Desire is the longing to wake up next to your past lover, to feel their skin and see them smile at the sight of you slowly awakening. The ache of grief hits like a truck because they're not in your life anymore, so you scroll to a time when they were. We've all been there, and that's where we meet our main character, Ramona, in bed, watching videos of her dead husband on a loop. As a moody teenager, I promised myself I'd hold on to my copy of C.S. Lewis's A Grief Observed because I thought I would need it one day. I have since mourned the loss of several people, identities, places, and books, including that one, but never forgetting that grief has a predictable pattern and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. In the film, we're introduced to Ramona in the 4th stage of the 5 stages of grief, depression. Her depression manifests in a struggle to get out of bed and not paying the light bill. And today's the day that the power finally goes out. Ramona's light isn't just out in her farmhouse. The light within her seems to be out too. Then arrives this mysterious woman. I've been calling this film a Black woman's Amityville horror, and my personal nightmare. The middle of nowhere, injured and being haunted with children to protect? Nah, get me out of there. Let's actually talk about her children for a little bit.
I have children. They need their mother.
They've needed their mother for weeks.
Desire is one of the major themes of the film, and by the look of things, Ramona did not desire children. In the film, they experience a great deal of neglect, which at first I thought was due to her depressive episode, but then I realized she was never particularly warm to them. I think Ramona did not desire motherhood and that she had made a life of not dealing with the scary parts. And by that I mean avoiding conflict and unsavory feelings like regret and guilt. In Ramona, we see a widow who feels more like an evil stepmother to her own children. And we see her children missing their father deeply because he seemed to be more of a loving and affectionate parent. Parenthood is not a choice to be made lightly, and it's no small feat to raise a human being. And I thought it was quite refreshing to see the single Black mother trope in a new light as well in this film. This film got so many bad reviews, but I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Black woman, but I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Let's continue. I think Ramona's major character flaw is being deeply out of touch with her own truth. She seems to have just gone along with her husband's desires, which were a family and a farmhouse, and even when her daughter asks if she wants to stay in the house now that dad's gone, she still denies herself and her daughter her truth. The truth is that Ramona has dark thoughts in this house, and a truth that she can't hide from any longer because it shows up in her yard.
Who is this woman? Huh?
The woman in the yard is Ramona's shadow self, a term coined by Carl Jung. This woman, come dressed like she's in mourning, is a manifestation of her profound grief. She's a part of Ramona's unconscious psyche that manifests into a haunting presence that has this puppeteer-like control over her at times, even affecting her mood. And this is why I call this film a Black woman's Amityville horror. Because if you don't know the story of Amityville, a man and his family move into a waterfront property where a mass murder took place a while ago by a father who claimed he was possessed by the devil. And that's based on a true story. And over time, the family is like consumed by the forces in this house. I won't spoil it too much, but yeah, the scene in the living room where Ramona's picking at her stitches while she grows angry at her daughter for a spelling mistake, then envisions stabbing her, really reminded me of that. It also reminded me of the Regretful Parents subreddit on Reddit. The shadow self that Ramona's grief and depression had conjured up arrived like the Grim Reaper on the day that the power went out. Light shows up in many ways in this film, and the film's ability to create a chilling atmosphere even in the daytime is one of its greatest strengths. The power being out was incredibly symbolic to the lack of power Ramona felt from her loss, her injury, and even her life. She believed the only power she had was the power to end it. And every morning Ramona would ask for strength, not to make it through the day, but to make it her last day. The woman arrived with that strength, but once the woman in the yard came inside the house, she had no power without light, forcing them into the darkest parts of the house, just like Ramona was forced to confront the darkest parts of herself. And in the darkest parts of herself, amongst her lies, her shame, her suicidal thoughts, Ramona still found hope. And in the end, Ramona's not ready to follow her shadow self and walk into the metaphorical light, so she alchemizes her grief into art. Her children return and the lights come back on. What a beautiful tale. You know, darker interpretations of the film say that that final scene is yet another one of Ramona's delusions, and the telltale sign is the mirrored R in the painting. But I like to think it was not a delusion. Tell me what you think. And this has been The Woman in the Yard. This one was short and sweet. I was so shocked to see how many bad reviews this film got, honestly. I really, really liked it, and I think this film is a really good exploration of what it means to be human in the face of profound loss. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into film and culture, and thanks for watching. Until next time.
Today's the day.